attention inside. She said grab a bag. Yeah, but come on, you just got to witness. You got to pay attention to signs. They might be talking to you on the slide.
Don't even go out there because that might be private property. So don't
It's
go.
okay. It's right here. It's right here. It's okay. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
All right. Are y'all okay out here? You sure? Y'all good? Okay. How long have y'all been working out here? Okay. Thank you. You seen that? They're not good.
They're not good. What did she say?
I asked her, was they all right?
And what she said?
They said yes. And then I said, you sure? And then when she filled up my bag, she did like this.
Don't be rude, though. Don't be rude.
What's going on?
The employees here, I don't know why, they said that there was somebody out here blocking the road and all kind of silly stuff that obviously isn't happening. They aren't blocking the road, but they're just complaining.
Now we trying to figure out what's going on in that field right there because it looked like a whole bunch of slaves still working in that field right there. It's a whole bunch of black people that don't speak no English, and you got a white dude sitting in that truck monitoring them, and it's just a whole bunch of people picking, look like they picking cotton, but it's not cotton. So we trying to figure out what's going on with that.
See down there?
Yeah, we see all of
I
that.
saw that, and I was gonna go over there to see if I can pick some stuff.
Oh.
But
Nah, that
I don't know what's
we
going
don't
on
know.
over there, but if y'all don't mind, can you just pull up a few feet, just get out of the road?
Oh, okay, yeah.
because
fact.
we get a lot of
Okay, that's
delivery
fine. Pull
trucks
up a
that
little
go
bit.
through
Just a
here.
bunch of,
Okay, sorry about that. My bad. We really just trying to see what's going on over here because it definitely looked like something racist going on.
Okay.
So we just like trying to get to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Because my ancestors black. You know what I'm saying? My people used to.
mine.
Yeah. Oh, you too?
30%.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. In fact, so that's what we got. Pull up some more, sis. All right. Well, appreciate that. We got y'all.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Y'all too.
Good luck.
All right.
Baby, somebody need to check on them black people up in that field. Guy came on TikTok and recorded a video of himself getting some green beans from a black woman in a field. Him and his girlfriend was out there and they had pulled up on the side of the road. And in the video, he asked the lady, "Are you okay?" And she shook her head and said, "Yes." Then he asked her, "Is everything good out here?" And then she said, "Good," in a foreign language. There was apparently a man in a tractor watching everybody working in the field, and it didn't really seem like that anybody working in that field really spoke English. And then when he continued to ask her questions about whether or not she was okay, she shooed him off, and that's when he went back to talk to his girlfriend. And then these people pulled up to ask them why they were parked in the middle of the road and blocking the road. And even the lady that they was talking to really threw me off because why y'all being weird? If anybody has more information on the situation, let me know. But it's looking like modern day slavery and it's not sitting right with my spirit. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the situation. Like, comment, and follow for more commentary content.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this video of this Haitian woman is making rounds on social media, and to be specific, on black TikTok, and has reached the black community, and the black people have now started to asking questions. They are demanding for answers of what is really happening onto that field, because this black man was on a road trip with his girlfriend, and then he realized that there was a field somewhere in Florida, that majority of the employees there were black people and Haitian black people. And he was really concerned to check on his fellow black people. He went ahead, took his phone and started recording. But upon realization, the woman who responded to his greetings asked for a basket. She offered these green beans, and then she literally seemed kind of scared. She was being asked, "Are things okay?" She turns her head and looks at a van parked on a distance, and that van, it was later discovered that there was a white man inside that van who was inspecting all these workers on that field. And this lady told him, go, you should go, you don't know, like in a language that probably was Haitian. And this whole video is circulating on social media, sparkling outrage among the black people. The black people are saying, we want answers. What is really happening? Is this kind of modern slavery? And are they taking black people who are desperate for money as slaves? And what was that white man doing in that van that was parked away? And let's watch their reactions on what they had to say, and then we'll be giving our scene scenarios.
Now, I don't know what the hell is going on down here in mother Florida, but have y'all seen that video where, like, bruh, this shit seemed like a scene like a movie, bruh. Have y'all seen that video where they had these ladies out in the field picking these peas? Like modern day slavery, pretty much. They had these two white guys sitting in the fucking truck. I don't know if these ladies were Haitian or African or whatever, bro, but they looked really scared. So these people were just driving by, and they saw these people in the field, and of course they happened to be black or whatever the case may be, right? And the lady looked so scared and terrified when that man walked up asking her, was she okay? She barely said a word. She was just like, She started giving him the peas that she done picked from the field. So I'm really trying to figure out what's going on down here in Florida, because that shit does not seem right at all, and there is no way in hell that the lady should be terrified the way she was when that man questioned what she doing out there. Like, I don't understand what's going on, man. I feel like us as the black community, man, we need to investigate this shit and see what the fuck is going on, and who are those guys sitting in that white truck, because what are you doing guiding people sitting out here picking in this field? Like, what is going on? I need answers. The black community need answers. Everybody need answers at this point. I'm pretty sure y'all saw that damn video, because ain't no motherfucking way. That shit seems suspicious as hell. But I mean, if y'all didn't see the video, man, look that shit up, bro. I'm pretty sure you'll find the video. It's all around TikTok. Yeah, something ain't right, man. This need to be investigated immediately.
When I first saw this video, the first thing that I thought was that it looked like that these people was not from America. And it looked like that they had came over here most likely illegally. They don't know the laws of the United States. They probably really don't know much English. And a white man probably saw them and knew that they needed a place to stay and told them as long as they, work for him, that they would have a place to stay, they would have money in their pocket, and they would have food to eat as long as they work. And honestly, a lot of immigrants that lived in the United States, they are basically working under somebody that is promising them food and shelter, and they getting paid basically chump change, and they are working. And honestly, it's millions of immigrants that is working under these type of conditions. It just so happens that these black people is working outside in the field, and the person that basically rescued them got them outside. But you'd be surprised how many illegal immigrants and how many people from other countries that came over here and has to work in slave conditions because they not supposed to be over here. And then you got the people that is making them work is telling them that if you don't work, I'm going to go and I'm going to snitch on you and I'm going to tell on you and they can deport you back. So you work for, it's basically modern day slavery. And if you look at the way these people is working outside, if you look at how Americans, how we are as workers, we ain't no different, more better than them, because if we don't work, we don't eat. We're not going to have shelter. We're not going to be able to buy, to sell, to enjoy the little perks of life if we don't go out into the field and pick the string beans or pick the corn or pick the cotton. So we ain't no more bit better than the people that he just showed. It's just that we get paid and it's more glorified to go out and get a job, and they make you feel some type of way because they saying that you a taxpayer and you get taxes and you get a check and you can go to the movie to go to dinner. But we are still slaves, because if you don't work every day and get your ass up and get your clothes on and go in the field, how you going to eat? How you going to feed your family? How you going to enjoy the little perks of life? How you going to do anything? So we ain't no bit more better than the people that he just recorded. So Once we wake up and realize that we are the slaves, that we are the workers, once we get out of that mentality, then we will all get out of the playing field. We will get all out of the field, and we will understand that, wait a minute, hold up. Without the workers, there's no boss. Without the workers, the boss don't make no money. So if we don't work, and we don't pay no bills, and we don't do what we need to do to sustain this life, what will we do if we just completely stop? See, this is the greatest fear of every human being on earth. But I'm going to just talk about Americans. Americans really don't know how much power that they have unless they exercise it. We really don't know how much power we have as Americans because we never exercised our power. We always allowed the leaders of America to basically keep us in fear. But you never know how much power you have unless you start using it. And right now, going to work, being obedient, and consuming whatever they give us is not being powerful. You are basically doing whatever you got to do to maintain life. So Americans, we would never know how much power and authority we have unless we exercise our power. Remember, when you want to get a raise and when you want something, you go on strike. That means you stop working, you go on strike. Whenever you quit your job and that job really needs you, the boss is going to call you in the office and tell you, okay, what can we do to get you back? So we are the workers. If we are the workers and we are the slaves to keep these multimillionaires and billionaires, if we are the ones to keep the money in their pocket, if we was to stop working and stop being obedient, they ain't going to have no choice but to come to us and say, what can we do to make you come back to work? What can we do? That's when we lay down our laws. But we as American citizens, we can't really come together as a collective and think like that because you have more majority of NPCs and clones, not only on this earth, but in America. So it's not that many woke people that is in America right now. So if all the woke people, if all the conscious people were to wake up and quit their jobs and stop being obedient to the system, you got more NPCs and clones that is in America. So they will continue to go back to work because they were programmed for the system. They are a part of the system. So they're going to do whatever the system wants and need because they are the program. They are the system. So even if all the awakened beings on earth right now was to stop and was to be disabled and to disable themselves, you got more NPCs and clones on this earth than conscious beings. So at the end of the day, the Christ conscious people is still going to lose when it comes down to a physical war, because if the Christ conscious beings was to stop and disable themselves, you got more NPCs and clones on this earth. They will continue to be in the system. And we would just sit here. And most likely the Christ consciousness ones, we would be the one that die off or the one that will starve, because everybody that is a part of the system, they will continue to do what the system needs because they are the system. So right now, this is why the earth will never really wake up, because you got if this earth consisted of 80 trillion people, if this earth had 80 trillion people on it, believe me, it'd be less than 10 trillion of them that's woke. And 10 trillion is still a lot of woke people. I wouldn't even give it 10 trillion. It's very little chosen beings left on this earth. If y'all was to really look at all the people that lives on earth, and y'all was to have the woke ones on one side and the ones that's part of the program on one side, y'all would be scared to death. Y'all would literally be scared to death, because then y'all going to realize that we are living in hell. You got more people that are cloned, that are NPC, that is a part of this demonic program than woke beings. And y'all going to be so fucking scared, because y'all going to be like, oh my God, we are outnumbered by billions. Billions we are outnumbered. And y'all going to be really scared to death, because y'all going to realize that y'all are indeed surrounded by fucking demons, by a program. And y'all going to realize that once they take all these woke beings and spread them apart and put them amongst the others, you ain't going to be able to find your brother or your sister as far as the woke one. If they were to take all the conscious beings and blend them in with the NPCs or cloned and blend them in, we would be so spread it apart. It would be so hard for you to find your equal in that group, because it's more of them than us. So this is why the chosen ones are all spread it out all over the earth. Because you never know who is chosen, because the NPCs, once they get programmed, they are programmed to learn and to study a Christ being. So you got NPCs that are down here to study and learn how to be Christ-like. And if you don't really know what it is to be Christ, and you don't know nothing about Christ or the consciousness of Christ, you can easily be fooled by your NPC, because their job is to learn about Christ and be like Christ. That means be and learn to be you. So, you know, we are living in a very simulated universe where we are surrounded by people that are trying to be like you. So what makes you so important? Because you are Christ. You know, you don't see nobody trying to be like the God Almighty. They trying to be like Jesus. And Jesus was a regular man that walked the earth. You don't see them talking about, I want to be like God. Everybody want to be like Jesus. Jesus was a regular man that walked the earth, that came out of a woman. Everybody want to be like Jesus, though. Don't nobody think about that in that aspect. Everybody want to be like Jesus. Don't nobody want to be like the God Almighty, but they rather be like Jesus, though, and Jesus was a regular man. So, you know, it is what it is.
So personally, I think we have two scenario cases here. Scenario number one is maybe what these people are saying might actually be true. Because, you know, when you are desperate for money and you don't have employment or something like that, you can literally do anything so that you can receive money. And these people are saying this might have been modern slavery. But modern slavery, maybe, because why was the field full of black people? Why were they being inspected by white people in vans who also seemed very authoritative? Why was this woman, when asked, are you okay? Is everything going on well out here? She was like, she looked at that van over there and told go, ale, you know, go. So it might actually be true, but those are just the opinion. And the second case scenario here is, you know, Donald Trump's border policies are very strict. So, and people needs money, of course. People cannot sit indoors, die and starve. So they probably need money to feed their people. And maybe these people who are working on this field, they don't have the papers. And they are afraid of ICE raids, who detains these illegal immigrants and workers who are working onto these fields. So maybe she knew that she was being recorded. And that could put her and the others at risk. That is why she was, you know, get the beans and get out. You know, you are exposing us. You are putting us at risk. You know, if people see this, we're gonna be in huge trouble. Please go away. Stop recording. But she didn't have the power to tell that person stop recording. Those are just my two case scenarios, because something somewhere was actually off. It seemed kind of off. Something was not right. If you look closely to that woman, something was not right at all. But tell me what you think about this video. If you've seen it circulating around your FYP, tell me what you think about it. Tell me, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that the woman was just afraid of being exposed because she did not have papers and she knew people recording or finding out might put her and other black folks who are working on that field at risk? Or it could be modern slavery that usually happened to black people? What do you think, guys? Tell me what you think.